This is why, if you're an installer and you're removing window tint from somebody, you just charge an hourly rate. Today, we're gonna teach you how to remove old window tint from your vehicle. It's super easy. So what we're gonna be using is a steamer here. This is a hot water steamer. And what this does is it loosens up the adhesive to be able to pull this window tint. What you don't wanna do is take a razor blade and just take a part of it and just rip it off. Because what will happen is you'll leave a ton of adhesive all over the window. And it's very time consuming and messy to clean that up. So I have a steamer here that I'm gonna use, but you could also use a blow dryer or a heat gun to heat up that adhesive. If it's really hot outside, go ahead, throw it outside, let it heat up, let that adhesive loosen up. They're doing some work on this car. The door panel has been removed. You do not need to do this to remove the tint. If this seal is in here and the door panel is on, you can still do this very easily. I'll actually put this in here to show you. So with our steamer here, we're gonna warm up that adhesive. And then with our stainless steel razor blade here, which is perfectly safe for this window, we are going to peel just a little bit off and see if we can get this started. So you want to just get a little bit off there and we can see we can start to pull it. So when we got a piece started, careful because the steam is hot. Now we can start pulling this window tint. You want to pull it slow. Again, if I just rip it off, you can see the adhesive there sticking a little bit. If I don't warm this up enough, that adhesive is gonna stay stuck to the window and it's gonna make a mess. So slowly heat up and just take your time, pull it real slow. The biggest mistake you can, see, there we go. If you start to rip it like that and you hear that, it can leave adhesive behind. See right there, where I'm starting to leave adhesive behind. So that wasn't totally warmed up. So if you take it really slow, it's gonna save you a lot more time in the long run from it cleaning up all this adhesive. So just take your time. All right, so if you have some adhesive left over, and we do have some left over, again, we're gonna use our razor blade here and we're gonna scrape that off. Now, this type of window doesn't have a defrost system. The back window is very different. We'll show you how to remove tint on the back window. But I have just regular glass cleaner here. I'm gonna spray this right on the window and I'm gonna use my razor blade at a 45-degree angle there. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. You can see that all that adhesive that is coming off. You want to make sure you get all that off because we're going to be doing window tint on this car. So any of that adhesive that is still left on that window is going to interfere with the look of the final product when we put our new window tint back on. And just take that, those little boogers, have a microfiber towel, and just remove it all. I did leave this seal on, so obviously it will be easier to take the door panel off. This is gonna be really easy for us to retint the car, but you have this seal over here and you have this seal over here. If you're not able to take it off, you can actually use this is a window tint knife. You can actually use this blade here. And again, we're just gonna spray a little bit of this window cleaner there. And to remove all the adhesive that may be down in the seal, you can put your blade all the way out and just press it against that window and drag it along. And you can drag it along and pull it up. Any of that adhesive right there, just put on your microfiber and clean all that up. After you've used your razor blade, I like to use this white scrub pad. Again, I'm just using my glass cleaner here and I'm gonna scrub this window. And I can feel with my fingers at the same time to see if there's any leftover adhesive. So I just really wanna make sure I get all that off. So cleaning this with the scrub pad. This is nice because you can clean the top of the window there. Really make sure this is super clean and there's no adhesive left over. All right, so side windows, pocket windows, they're that easy. Heat it up, pull that window tint off. If you have any leftover adhesive, you can use a razor blade. Back windows are a little bit different. Let's dive into that. Back glass is a little bit different because it has these defroster lines, so you can't use a razor blade if there's any adhesive left. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get our steamer in here, we're gonna heat up the adhesive, and we're gonna pull this off. Again, very, very slow because we
gonna have a bad time.
I do have a way to clean up the adhesives that I'll show you if there's any left behind, but the least amount of adhesive, the better our lives are gonna be. So
we're gonna take it slow, take it easy, make sure everybody has a good time. Because what is
window tint
about? Having a good time.
Access granted.
Adhesive.
What a nightmare. I'm pulling slowly, but you can see all this is adhesive, which is gonna be a nightmare, but I guess it's good for you guys. I'll show you how to remove it.
So where's the part where we have a good time?
All right, luck was not on our side, so we have lots of adhesive. So the next step is gloves. We need gloves because the next chemical that we're using is an adhesive remover. So this is Epic Orange Advanced Adhesion Remover. And we're gonna spray this on the window, and there's a special way to do it because this will ruin plastic. So we have plastics on the side of the window here and this carpet and everything. And if you soak the carpet or get it on the plastics, it'll discolor it. So you gotta be very, very careful with this. So I'm gonna show you a way to use this so you don't damage any of the stuff that we have here. So one way to, protect this is to use tape. But since we have Alex here, we're just gonna remove it. So it looks like there's just one bolt there, and we may have to remove the seatbelt. Okay, so Alex has removed one side. That was actually pretty easy for him to take out, but we'll leave this side. I'm gonna be very careful here. You can tape this up too. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually lay down a layer of towels here because I don't want to get this chemical soaking into this back here because otherwise it'll smell like adhesive remover. We're gonna take our adhesive remover, and what I like to do is spray directly on our scrub pad here. So I'm gonna spray our scrub pad, and I got a towel here, and we're gonna get a small layer right on there. And you can see how fast this just dissolves. So you can see all the glue kind of builds up in here, and so you'll need like 4 or 5 of these things. All right, so I'll flip this over, put a couple sprays on there. If you get it on anything, make sure you wipe it off. All right, so I removed most of the glue with the adhesive remover. I'm now switching to just regular glass cleaner. And again, I'm just using the scrub pads. And now I can get the window a little more wet because I'm not worried about this chemical actually hurting anything here. So now I can really scrub it down. This scrub pad and just going back and forth and making sure all that glue's gone. All right, at this point, after you've cleaned it several times, again, just glass cleaner. I'm gonna put one small layer of glass cleaner on there. And just like the side windows, I'm gonna use my fingers. I took my gloves off and I just wanna feel this. And I'm feeling for any leftover adhesive. I really just wanna make sure it's all off. If I feel any, I'll use my scrub pad, remove it, but the last thing you want to do is retint this and realize that you didn't take off all the adhesive, because then you'd have to start all over, and that's no fun. So just feel all the glass. If you feel any spots that still have adhesive, go back and scrub it off. I think we did a good job. that's it. All done. Now time to re-window tint.